Jews who suffered pogroms in the Russian Empire in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and the Jews who faced genocide in Europe in the 40s, were members of a vulnerable minority living in countries that had long restricted their rights. The terror they experienced was inextricably bound up with the oppression they endured. In Israel, by contrast, Jews enjoy legal supremacy, and it's Palestinians who lack basic freedoms. Comparing October the 7th to the Holocaust or a pogrom ignores that fundamental difference. I thought that was so well articulated, because often I get thrown back at me when I try and criticize what Israel's doing now in Gaza with, well, what about the British in World War II? You know, what about what happened there? What about the wholesale slaughter of civilians in this war and that war and that war? But I thought you articulated there the intrinsic difference between what has happened historically to what is happening now from a Jewish point of view.
Yes, again, this doesn't make the horror of October 7th any less for the people who were killed and people who were taken captive, not at all. But if we want to solve it, if we want to make sure we never experience another October 7th again, we have to understand the context, not to justify, but to understand, to make sure that everybody is safe. The violence of October 7th is by a people who are under occupation, under oppression. It's not like America's fight with the Nazis, or certainly not like the Shoah, the Holocaust of Jews in Europe. It's much more like the Mau Mau rebellion in Kenya, or the Algerian violence against the French, which was brutal, or Native Americans who attacked American settlers. People who had been forced off their land were being oppressed and responded in really, really brutal ways. And unless you deal with that underlying structure of oppression and violence, you can't make everybody safe.